Hello, my name is Genesis Cooper. I'm the head marketing director for Wilson Sports, specifically Wilson's basketball. It's a pleasure to meet you. I came here to specifically talk about making you a potential buyer for us.
So I'm Celine Sheppers, Fiscal Affairs Director for the NCAA basketball. Nice to meet you as well.
Well, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to be here. Well, Ms. Sheppers, like I said, I'm with Wilson Sporting Goods and specifically Wilson Basketball, and I'm here to pretty much talk to you about having you as a potential new buyer.
Cool. Well, let's get started.
All right. Well, if you like, tell me a little bit about yourself, about the NCAA, and about your current supplier.
I'm part of the NCAA basketball for the past 5 years. I've noticed that the players and coaches are always coming to me about any issues or problems they're facing. They're very comfortable about coming to me, and lately I've been getting some complaints about the current basketballs that we're using.
Well, that's not good. Who's currently you all supplier?
We currently work with Spalding.
Okay, well, do you like the basketballs?
I don't really feel much of a difference. I'm not a professional athlete or a student athlete, of course. But I've had some feedback from players saying that the balls are like very slippery and heavy.
Okay, and how do you feel about those ill comments that you're getting as far as the basketballs?
We primarily hear these comments and the feedback from our point guards, considering they're dribbling the most and shooting the most. So I think it's definitely an issue that we must solve, and I think it can be really frustrating for them.
Okay, well, how do you think the players would be affected if they had balls that weren't so slippery or weren't so heavy?
I mean, obviously, I think they would perform better. They would also feel more comfortable playing with the ball that they like.
Well, our official game basketballs have a patented feature that includes the only moisture absorbing cover on the market, and it has laid-in channels that are created by a 100% composite cover. No other basketball provides more grip, ability, and playability, helping players raise their level in the game. We also have a wave game ball, and it specifically focuses on making sure that the grip of the players are to the best of their ability. But I completely understand your frustration. Would you be interested in knowing more ways that Wilson will be able to fulfill that need for you?
Yeah, of course. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, for starters, what do you usually take into consideration when you want to have an official basketball for your organization?
So, an important thing is that the rules kind of like apply to the NCAA rules, and they're in the same line with their values. So this specific purchase is very important for the basketball game itself, and to help the players with their overall performance, and to get them to the best of their abilities.
Okay, well, I'm sure that's a must. Anything else?
So specifically, one thing that is a must is that the ball must be leather. Because our basketball teams are constantly inside, we have courts that are made of very expensive maple wood, and it's polished very frequently. So leather doesn't damage these courts, and apparently leather also helps with the grip for the players. So that's definitely a must.
Okay, anything else that goes along with that?
I mean, the color is by NCAA rules must be orange. Okay. With practice ball, we can like vary a little bit, but overall I would say orange. And especially since the game are televised nationally, I would definitely go with that color.
Okay, well that's definitely understandable. What type of sizes are you guys looking for?
So only 29.5 and 28.5 as of right now.
Okay, well that's also understandable. Who makes like the executive purchasing decisions on the official objects?
So anything dealing with the basketball program with NCAA, the last decision would always be me. Yeah.
Okay. No other basketball is like this. It provides the best grip. It provides the best ability, the best playability, and helping the players definitely raise their game to the next level. And the benefits we provide are very, very, very unique to our company, and we take pride in that. If players are more efficient, then they can perform better in better circumstances, whether it be in practice or whether it be in the game. And with them performing better, it adds more value to the NCAA, and it also adds more attraction to that NCAA.
Yeah. So I really like what you're saying. We're definitely thinking about changing basketball suppliers. I do think one issue with Wilson would be the price. I do think that might be a little too high for us.
Okay, why do you think the prices are too high?
So the current basketball, Spalding basketball we're using, the TF 500 indoor, is about $35 per piece, and I've heard y'all's run for like 65. So that's a big price increase.
Okay. Well, I completely understand that. But what I like to ask you to keep in mind is that the reason why all of these problems are arising with your players is because Spalding basketball is not offering enough to them. With Spalding, their primary focus is dribbling. With Wilson, we incorporate a ball that is better for dribbling, shooting, and grip. So our balls offer a lot more, which is why they cost more. All right. So here I have a couple of stats for you. All right. There you go.
Okay.
I have a couple of stats for you and reviews on players preferring Wilson over Spalding, and you'll see the overall experience is better.
Yeah, I think the stats and reviews, they look great. I still think that $30 per piece might be a little too much for us.
I understand that. So what if we threw in a few pumps for free for you guys? Would that help you guys with the price at all?
It would definitely help, yeah.
All right. So what do you think about what we discussed thus far?
I like what you're saying. I'm still kind of on the fence about the purchase. I think customer service is what we're mainly focused on, and I just feel like Wilson hasn't has failed in the past maybe when it comes to customer service.
I understand customer service being a priority, and over the past few years, Wilson has incorporated extensive training on customer service, and we will be working extremely close with you, and we'll be working with you much closer than Spalding is. So that would not be an issue. We have increased our ratings actually by 30% since we began this training.
Okay, I think you've done a very good job explaining Wilson and what you guys stand for. Do you have maybe like a sample that I can feel the difference in material?
Yeah. Feel the thread right there. All right?
Yeah.
You feel that rubber thread, and then this is kind of the material that Spalding tends to use.
Yeah.
All right, so that's pretty much kind of like the difference between the two. Why don't we do some type of trial run with all of your basketball players? You can test out the balls, take everything I've said, compare them to Spalding, get back to me so we can go ahead and make this purchase. Do you have any questions for me or anything you'd like for me to keep in mind?
No, I think I know what Wilson is, and I like the trial, and we'll definitely stay in touch.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I hope to hear from you soon.
Thank you.